We're a church that's been here since 1996, but the building itself was built in the 80s. And over that time, we've had several generations of lights, several generations of power usage, running wires and cables here and there. We honestly didn't know what lights went to what control panels. We didn't know 100% where a lot of the elements were based, how to run them. So it was time. From the beginning, Digital Resources was able to help us design a system that works for us. What Justin did was allow us to pick the right components that fit our need, both currently to improve where we were, but also in effect semi-future-proof it in a way that allows us to expand it as we needed, or allow us to get more out of it than just a simple volunteer that comes in and pushes a button. The components that were chosen were based on, again, we're in a very lit area as it sits, but there comes time when you do have the overcast clouds, you've got some times of the day or the year that you need additional lighting, but you don't want just really harsh, what would you think of like work lights or fluorescents, something that would illuminate, but it's not warm and inviting and doesn't allow you to really receive the message when you're in service. If you look above, there's brass rails that are part of the design configuration of this space. The original lighting design was supplied out of a 4th floor electrical closet using an antiquated system called Electro Controls out of Salt Lake City, Utah. It was a boat anchor and extremely resource heavy, and it wasn't very efficient. So there's several things that did. By changing that out and getting a panel that worked for us, it improved our efficiency in the building. It also allowed us to just have more space back. So I would say that when you look at how much overall support this change did, it wasn't just the lighting and making things more even, but really bringing this building up to the most current possible design. Being involved in the Worship Center Improvement Project, Digital Resources is one of the few vendors that actually provided a detailed estimate, honored their word, helped when they could. The benefit of that to a small team like we have is extremely important, but it made our lives so much easier. And worship service is a weekly cycle. In other words, it's not like a sales meeting where it's quarterly or a yearly sales thing or something like that. I mean, there is 2 days to take a breath, then it's back at it. And you got to make sure that whenever we work with a vendor like Digital Resources to get things done, that it is done right. It's got to be completely ready for worship. In other words, it's not like you're saying, come in with your lighting truck and just flip a few things and make it work, but really engage with, hey, ask the customer the question, what do you want out of your system? What are some of the important areas and what are some things that you're okay with not doing? And there's a budget, there's always a budget, but that budget's usually constructed because of need, and that need comes out of what the value is from doing anything. So connecting all those dots made sense for us.